Fresh about the bath now. Fresh in the lab. Nothing like some fresh water. Just finished a good workout session. Now I'm in the lab. Well, took a shower. I had this nice bath running, but because I had to relight the water heater, I had to lay on the floor, and then when I got back into the bath, some of the dog hair got into the bath, so I had to reset the whole process. So I'm gonna do the bath thing over, but I did end up taking a shower. Now I'm in the lab. So what I like to do first thing when I rise is, of course, move my body, get some stretching in, and then after that, get to the lab and work on some music. To me, that's like my journal entry. You know what I'm saying? How do I feel for today, or like what's the energy that I'm reading for today? You know what I'm saying? It's like my news. Like, what's the forecast? You feel me? Whenever we watch the news, it's like letting us know what to expect whenever we're going about our day and things like that. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how I like to think of it. And now that I'm speaking about this, excuse me, I am working on a new video on an older song. So stay in tune for that. We'll be dropping that soon. If you want to hear me talk more, definitely check out my other YouTube page with all my talks and discussions on REBDTV. That's where I host the Sunroom, Movement is Medicine, and some other things that I have in store, you know what I'm saying? Also, if you want to support the merch, until I have my own website with music and things like that, I do have my own website with merch, REBDLivity.com. That's REBD. It's REBDLivity.com. That's where you'll find, for the most part, most of the merch. I don't have everything uploaded yet because I'm still trying to figure out all of my designs, or which designs I want to release to the public and things of that nature. There's going to be another announcement that I haven't fully disclosed yet, but while I'm here talking about music, working on music, everything that I'm going to be releasing from this day forward, as far as like new music, will be on my music Bandcamp, my artist Bandcamp, which is SSUNNO.bandcamp.com or something like that. But if you go to Bandcamp, either on your mobile device or on the website, if you're on your laptop computer, then you can go to Bandcamp and then type in SSUNNO, and that's where you'll find all of my releases up to this point. Everything that I have on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the other things, I'm going to keep those up there. But everything else that's going to be new, I'm going to be releasing on Bandcamp. And just until I get my own website for my music, so you can support me directly, will be on my Bandcamp. So yeah, check that out. I'll be up here periodically, just giving out announcements and things like that, whatever I'm working on. I've been working on a lot of new music, nothing with lyrics yet, but mainly just working on beats. But yeah, so back to my journal entry. So let's see. We know it's the vibe for today. Sometimes I like to start with the melody. Other times I like to start with the percussion. Just see how it flows. When I was working out earlier today, I gotta remember what song that was from. I was thinking about sampling this song. I don't even. That's why I like to work on things. As soon as I like get that spark of inspiration, but other times I don't like stopping what I'm doing when I'm in the act of doing something, especially working out. When I'm like there, I like to just get in there. I could have paused and wrote myself like a note via voice memo or something like that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Good comeback if it's meant to be. Either way, we locked in to the infinite. You feel me? So I do. Never mind. Let me figure it out later. Sometimes I'm learning to. So I went to a powwow earlier in the spring, or it might have been late in the spring actually, and we were talking about jewelry making and things like that. And the reason why I take a little longer to make some of my jewelry pieces is because I have something in my mind that I want to do exactly like that, and I try to get it to that point. But an elder, she told me to learn how to like release or like let go of my trying to control the finishing product or the outcome, and just allow the art to flow through me. Because it's one thing to already have that inclination and then to initiate the creating process, but when we're working with these pieces have energy of their own. So asking them how do they want to be expressed, or how would they want to be accompanied with friends and things like that, because there's more elements that come into the creation process than just putting these pieces together. How are they going to relate to the whole, you know what I'm saying? So I take that wisdom that she gave me and apply it through other acts in my life, but also with music, because music is a very spiritual experience. And when I was hearing those drums, that was my first time in a powwow setting, and just the heart and the high vibe, the heart from the beat from the bass drums, but the high vibe from the chanting and the singing from the musicians that were playing and the powwow. It was just such a high vibe frequency, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I try to do with my music from now on, is just allow it to flow through me, you know what I'm saying? I found myself working with certain sounds that I wouldn't have chosen initially, but the more I sit with it, the more I let it penetrate my vessel and things like that, I'm able to see what I can do with it. And yeah, just being in that flow state, you know what I'm saying? It's awesome. Now I'm very appreciative of that gem that she dropped with me. You know what I'm saying? So back to this process. We want it a little faster.
Fresh up out the bath, now I'm fresh up in the lab. Laying down my verse, now I'm fresh up out the pad. You can't ride with me.